We are live and direct from the WYEP studios with Chet Vincent and the music industry and a room full of WYEP supporters. Now, Chet's been making music here in Pittsburgh for a long time now, and he's getting ready to deliver a brand new album at the end of the month. We have a lot to talk about, but we would love it if you would start things off with a song.
Thanks, Joey. Just a lonely boy searching for a signal, looking for my friend. You were my only woman in a lonely world. Why did it have to end? You said you didn't mean it. You said you didn't mean it, but I wanna know why. You said you're in love. You said you're in love with me. Wanna know why. You said you're in love. You said you're in love with me. Now I wanna know why I'm only picking up static on the radiating. Ooh, 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 ooh. Now I'm just tripping through space and time. I tell myself I'm fine, that I don't need a connection. It's for ego protection. Anyway, you know I'm lying, 'cause I don't believe it. Yeah, I don't believe it, and I wanna know why. You said you're in love. You said you're in love with me. Wanna know why. You said you're in love. You said you're in love with me. Now I wanna know why
Well, it's Chet Vincent and the music industry singing about static on the radio, but coming through loud and clear here in the WIAP studios. Chet and his band are here today as the first of many Pittsburgh artists to be featured in our new Pittsburgh Artist Discovery series. So, Chet, I love you. I'm so happy you're here today. I'm happy you're making music, but I gotta admit, I'm feeling a little bit old today. When I was preparing for this, I was getting ready to say that, like, Chet's been doing this for a decade now, but it's actually closer to like 2 decades, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit under 2 decades. I think 22 when I started. Yeah.
Well, in the last 20 years, the Pittsburgh music scene has changed a lot, and the city has changed a lot in general. So for anybody new to your music, can you give us a little background on how you got to this point?
Yeah, definitely. The first band I had in Pittsburgh when I moved back from school was the band I was in for a very long time called the Big Bend. Andy and Madison in the band were in that band as well. We played together for about 10 years, and then that band kind of dissolved naturally as people moved away and got out of music. And I had a short-lived folk project called Birdwatcher, and Birdwatcher and Big Bend sort of morphed into the music industry during the pandemic. All those bands kind of folded, and we started recording a project. We realized you could go to recording studios, and be separated. Mm-hmm. Started drawing people from both bands and elsewhere in Pittsburgh, people I've met, a lot of great musicians in town, and that was kind of the birth of the music industry. So yeah, this is kind of just a new version of those old bands.
Well, as you're writing songs through the years and you've got these different projects, when you've got a song, how do you know where that song is going to live? Do you think the project dictates the music or vice versa?
Honestly, I've tried to write songs like on purpose for something, but it just never turns out good. So I just kind of I just follow whatever, if I have an idea for a song and it comes out and it seems solid, I just kind of roll with the direction that they're going. And so I really let the songs themselves decide. But yeah, anytime I've tried to write a country song, it never turns out good.
Well, we were talking earlier, and you mentioned that this album, Static on the Radio, that's coming out, felt a little more like creative and collaborative in the moment than maybe some other things that you've worked on. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, definitely. So in the past, the way the project I've been involved with, I think it's pretty standard. You get a band together and you learn the songs, you get good at them, and you go into the studio and record them. But the last record, Young Leaves, kind of flipped that on its head because of the situation with the pandemic. I had songs, but no one had learned them. So we kind of built them in the studio, and that was really fun because it kind of put the songs first instead of people's parts first. And it was like, what was the right part for the song as opposed to what part feels good to play. But, we couldn't all be in the same room. There couldn't be a big group of people just figuring it out on the fly. So this time we kind of got to have that experience of just go in and here's a new song. We've never played it before. Let's figure out what it wants to be. And it was really an amazing experience and totally creatively very rewarding.
I can imagine that you would get maybe a little surprised from time to time where you have an idea of how something could be, then you surround yourself with all these great musicians and see that it's actually something else.
Yeah. The song wants to be something, and it's just kind of trying to listen to that.
Well, Static on the Radio is a great album. It's not out quite yet, but I've been lucky enough to listen to it, and there's a lot of love songs on there. Some of them are genuine. Some of them, I think, are imagined. A lot of it is very personal, but some of those feelings feel kind of universal as well. And I particularly enjoyed the song Sweet Mary, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is about unrequited love.
Sort of. Sweet Mary is about my love-hate relationship with marijuana. I really want to like it, but it's not good for me.
They say it's stronger these days, right?
It's stronger. It was stronger in the old days, too. I mean, it was always strong. It just, it makes my brain just go into crazy places. I think my hands are big. I see people enjoying it. I love the countercultural history with marijuana. I want, but it's it's like a a girl that's not right for you, but you know you want it to be right. So that's kind of what Sweet Mary's about.
Well, I think we should take a listen to that one, right?
Yeah. Got a new lover, but she's breaking my heart. Ooh, I'm making yeah, we're apart. What a rush, it ain't no lie. Need that wildflower by my side. Never thought love would be so hard to find. Never thought love would leave me behind. Never thought love could be so unkind. But that wildflower drive me out of my mind. Whoa, Sweet Mary, Sweet Mary, Sweet Mary, Mary Jane. When I'm low, I wanna get high. Going down, my oh my. Mary Jane, you're the one I blame. Can't you see, baby, I'm in pain. Whoa, Sweet Mary, Sweet Mary, Sweet Mary, Mary Jane. Mary Jane, can't you see? Mary Jane, you won't let me be. Whoa, Mary Jane, yeah, you set me free. Maybe, Mary, you're the one for me. Whoa, Sweet Mary, Sweet Mary, Sweet Mary, Mary Jane. Whoa, Sweet Mary, Sweet Mary, Sweet Mary, Mary Jane. Whoa, Sweet Mary, Sweet Mary, Sweet Mary, Mary Jane.
That is All the Love Around Me live in our studios. And if you're just joining us, I'm Joey Spihart, and this is the Pittsburgh Artist Discovery Series with Chet Vincent and the music industry. Chet, can you introduce everyone here on stage today?
We got Madison Stubblefield on guitar, Andy Voltz on keys. He's a fan of the Doors. Rich Kaywood on drums. Jesse Prentice on bass. Tim Good on guitar.
Well, Chet, since you've been doing this in Pittsburgh for so long, and since your band contains like a who's who of the Pittsburgh music scene, and since it feels like the love truly is all around us today, who are some other Pittsburgh bands that you really enjoy? Because we want to expand our horizons.
Absolutely, yeah. There's so many. Where to start? I guess I got to start with my good buddy Andre Costello, an amazing artist. Last night I think you guys had her on, Mirabelle Skipworth. I saw her release show. It was fantastic last night at the Root Cellar. Tim's in a band with a great singer-songwriter called Pat Kelly. He's got an album coming out in March as well. It's an amazing album. Poster Child, an amazing young rock band. Who else? I mean, there's so many, yeah. It goes on. Dan Getkin in the 12-6, amazing rock band, yeah. Nino Albanese Trio, great blues band, yeah. So many, yeah. Besides, also, we all know The Common Heart and, yeah. So there's so much music talent around Pittsburgh. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a lot to love. And if you're up for it, I want to keep talking about love songs for a little bit. There's a song on the new album called Only Child, which I think is very obviously about your sweet daughter, Ren. But there are other songs that I think could be real or maybe imagined. And I know your wife, Molly, she's also an accomplished musician, and her songs live in the world of country music. So I'm sure that she understands that not everything is literal and biographical, but is there ever a case where a song you write has her raising an eyebrow and wondering what's really going on? Or have you ever been too honest?
Yeah, I don't know. There was this one song called I'm in Love with Someone Who's Not You. That was a weird one, yeah. No, I think all love songs have to come from feeling love, So we have a lot of love in our family, and I think that just spills out into the songwriting. I love songs. They're my favorite. My favorite. I think they're the primordial song, and I just it's great to put yourself into different places and think about love in its totality.
Yeah, it's got to be fun to step outside of being Chet Vincent for a moment and put yourself in a different situation, at least in a song.
Yeah.
Well, Static on the Radio comes out officially towards the end of this month, and on the 28th, you're going to be hosting a very special album release show at the Sanctuary at Mr. Smalls. Now, this is going to be a little more than just a live show, right?
Correct, yeah. The Sanctuary is an amazing music venue, and it's also Mr. Smalls' recording studio. So we'll be hopefully making a live album. We're going to record it and see what comes out. You never know. But yeah, the goal is to we're going to record the whole set and see if we get a live album out of it. Certainly, we'll get some really great songs and videos. But yeah, it's going to be an amazing experience. That venue is beautiful and state of the art, and very excited and honored to get to have the release there.
Well, what are the best ways for people to show true support for people making music in the towns that they're from? It's buying an album, seeing the show, buying a T-shirt?
Yeah, I think all that. I think coming to shows and discovering new music is the best way to support, because there is so much great stuff, but you've got to put a little bit of effort into it. It's not going to come right to your doorstep. You have to go out and take a chance and try to see somebody and be open to hearing something new and having your life changed.
Well, I know you and I are kind of on opposite ends of the spectrum here, where I'm telling people about music, you're making music, and when I do, except in a situation like this where we have a room full of people, I don't see that immediate reaction, and sometimes I feel like I'm just putting it out there and hoping. So how important is it to you to see an audience reacting live in front of you?
Yeah, incredible. Yeah, it makes the song, makes the band play better. If and knowing that you're making a connection. Yeah, and I mean nothing beats it. That's the reason we do this.
So I think this is a good way to set up the last song that you're going to play. This one has been out there in the world for a little bit. It sounds great, but this was inspired by true events, and I'll leave it up to you if you want to give all the details or just let our imaginations run wild.
Oh, yeah. This is a song called She Was the Only One Dancing. It was inspired. I was at a show at the Pittsburgh Winery, which is kind of like a supper club. If you've been there, you mostly sit down and watch the band. But there was this one show I was at. It was packed. Every seat was full, but there was like one woman called to dance just right up front. And I was thinking how brave that is. I do music all the time, but I would never dance in front of 300 people, knowing that they're all definitely watching me dance. It's like you have to be very brave, so I was like, wow, I don't really like interface with music through dance, and it kind of just started thinking about like how beautiful that is, and that's where this song came from.
I bet the band loved it.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's take a listen. I got to hear this one live. Feel free to dance, too.
She was the only one dancing. She was the only one dancing. Something real, not just another high. I mean the girl. I think I love her, but I gotta know why. She was the only one dancing. She was the only one dancing. Show me how to feel it. Show me how to feel it. 'Cause I don't believe it. Oh, I wanna feel it. Show me how to feel it. Show me how to feel it. 'Cause I don't believe it. Believe it. She was
It's Chet Vincent and the music industry live and direct here on WIEP as part of our new Pittsburgh Artist Discovery Series. Chet and his band going to be performing and recording a show at the Sanctuary at Mr. Small's on March 28th, and you can find more information about that and watch some footage of this performance at WIEP.org. Chet and everybody else, thank you so much for making some time to be here today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us, everyone.